voice salon people live. Let we pray. You all know left now we are. Now we get to make salon go before. Nobody no get for condom. God no get for condom. For can help we directly. We get for use we safe. Inspire we safe. Follow make salon. Fambulem, we don't come with another episode of Economic, Politics and Economics. Again, Fambulem, for the people who they joined for the first time. My name is Abdul Karim Karbo. Again, I want to encourage we all follow we share, particularly the people that we familiar with this program. But now we're not familiar with this program, I will try for being on a trust. I will make sure say we all see one side. What do I mean by that? We all get that inspiration follow a push salon before. So that make I want to really emphasize on the fact say anytime we're on the camera program, that VOS program, not just this program, VOS program, I want to encourage we all while we think about the country first in a national way. Again, I want to say boku thank you to all. We don't join. And my name is Abdul Karim Karbo. I'm based in Canada. And it's really put food on my family table, really help me for take care of my family. By profession, me an economist. So for all them, we don't get boku topics then for deal with tonight. However, the topic we want to talk about are just two topics then. But then topics here, they're really heavy. So I don't want for them we take and say, oh, not just two topics no more. And also not used to me for go through boku topics then. But this one very important though, that we spend a lot more time on the two topics here. And which are the topics here, if I go them? I know say some people can take and say, oh, this is dramatic and on a sensational headline. You always like for be negative. Dear my brothers and sisters, and I want for them how they take the presentations then in any way say I don't like the country, or in any way say I don't like the administration, the current administration when they run the country. That's far from it. But I want for like we think about the reality. Then we think about things then strategically. So I make now the new approach where I don't the way I want for use. An approach for we able come together as one say agreement. And one nation, one people. One people, one nation. You know, I sort of taken from the SLPP, but instead of country, I will put them as one nation. Just for that we get small divergence. So me family them, I don't say I always want before I set the stage and talk deep about the topic, because within the go on right now, like that border dispute between Sierra Leone and Guinea, and they really increase so much tension on two sides, or particularly in Salone. And then with this border issue where they go on, the other issues then we see say we sort of quiet on them, but it's very important for them we talk about the issues then there as well. And the main one where I want to talk about now we sister, we mama, we pikin, we auntie, we Zainab Sheriff, the arrest, and what did it mean for the country? And what did it mean for democracy? And now, African advocacy group, don't pull, sort of make a statement. And the statement where they make a very direct, if I'm going to on the screen, a very direct message. And that message they call, say, APC them biased. And what do they mean by APC them biased? Then they try for say, well, the term way na man, we na Lansana Dumbuya, and almost the same circumstance, Lansana Dumbuya, they arrest him, and then detain him, send and go jail for a couple of days. But when we look at the whole situation, even JFK, we the media be the interview, we na a presidential aspirant, a former Attorney General, Minister of Justice under Ernest Coomber, and also be represent Ernest Coomber, the term we they be the term for treason. A prominent man, and he will be the head of the ACC. So it all sensitive positions then, and now we run for be flag bearer of APC. So, brothers and sisters, during the interview, it say the tell way Lancenas, the send Lancenas are called go court, where the judge, the magistrate is so afraid. They say the kind number of people that will turn out na the court is scared for insecurity, so not be able to make any ruling. They just come on at the court, according to the story where we get. But the point where they make, JFK make and clearly, they say about 105 lawyers them now they show up for defend Lansana Doumbouya. And now the question is, this lady, now on the APC banner, APC event, personally, I don't agree with the things they will say, but per democracy, you don't always get to agree with people them, but you get to accommodate them. So when you look at them, they see them, but now they arrest them. Similar way with they arrest Lansana Doumbouya, and in fact, in worse, because they put a name as wanted. They can like say a huge crime. And now, unlike Lansana Doumbouya, where the magistrate freed and now pass ruling, and they talk about, say, the following day, the Agbagba, the APC Agbagba, then go meet, and then come up with something. And that same following day, they release Lansana Doumbouya because of the pressure, and even the bar association involved. Even though the current acting chairman of APC say, well, the bar association then play a very limited role. Yes, they play a role, but limited, so they not for take much credit for waiting they will accomplish for like Lansana Doumbouya, the releaser. So the bar association involved, and this lady, we don't hear much of, at least we know they expect, say, if we get about 105 lawyers that will show up for him, but at least let them able send some lawyers them, where then go work for nothing, where the lawyers they call pro bono, and just for defend democracy, not so just because of then catch somebody where na executive member. This lady, he don't declare himself as APC supporter, and I made for understand say he gets influence at the grassroots. So meaning that himself prominent in your way. So this association or organization, they accuse APC now of gender bias because of that. And the court say a disgrace to woman them. So in essence, APC na disgrace to woman them. So me family them again, the border issue, that Falaba issue, a very, very tense right now, because again, no matter whose political party you belong or you support or you loyal to, this we foresee this as a challenge to sovereignty. So now I want for let we all engage and talk about her. But before we do that, my family, I really want for encouraging you for let on share and let more people come into this discussion tonight. And I'll get several videos then. But before I tell you now, pinpoint in terms of the thing that I want for we talk about, in terms of the topic lineup, because not just two things them, but the aspect of the topic then, particularly where it comes to the border tension with Guinea. Before I do that, as I always did, try for make a priority now for talk to the Salone brothers and sisters. Now, let me look at this in a critical way. For like Salone team up, we're not able for build Salone pa ala. We're not go able for build Salone pa that situation where you go say propaganda. We're not go able build Salone pa anything where you go use Wamat, because we all know where somebody had to minute things straight. We go only able for build Salone by wisdom. Let we they think how they tackle issues them. And not say this kind of issues here. The one way they go on so right now in Guinea, but cool people and go say, oh well, blame them on the government, see them as opportunity for take a political stab at it. Not to that lens down for let we take tonight. Even though certain aspect of me discussion, me analysis, yes, Mr. go up some oil by the president specifically. But I did do in the interest of the country and just for throw light and make people aware. In this crisis, I want to let people know say, particularly the leaders them in the country, I want to know say this crisis it a test on our leadership. Because when they say, oh, leader, not to waiting sweet, oh. Because waiting sweet, anybody able for enjoy for be a leader. Because things sweet easy. But crisis will show how much of a great leader you be. And during that time they may brothers and sisters them. And then them then they good leaders them then get for sure particular character where they come out clearly say that they think before they do anything. Then they act on emotion. Then they hold themselves back. Because diplomacy not something very easy. Very, very difficult. Particularly where you go see Uncle one, oh, this is an advantage. You go. And now, worst of it all, we president at the head of ECOWAS. So you see it very tempting for say, oh well, just gather ECOWAS troops them and all that. But the question is, at what cost? So I want again for we very much aware. Say yes, are they advocate diplomacy? Are they advocate restraint? But that don't mean so enough for protect to border. We can able to do both. We can able to protect we border and no risk any kata in a peaceful way. And now, because again, I tell you, I say this topic, I will talk about the border issue, and at the same time, remind people them say, woman them, not part of Salone. Woman them, not part of a democracy. And as a result of that, people them, leaders do not foresee woman them as any threat. Yes, they get the majority in terms of the numbers. And yes, we woman they don't tie their oja. You go get for one. Ask them, rebel them. We some woman then team up and say, no way, it not be. And ask APC during 2018. We woman then Tawa. I remember some of the videos then we team Salone, the VOS team be take. Some I don't know if una go remember, but one white van I still remember, just imagine 2018. What I say 2018, but 2018. I remember one white van, they go to one polling station. They say, oh, they come with some materials them Then say, okay, well, park yonder. Then sure I'm outside for park. And not go near the ballot box them at all because people and suspect say they want for change the ballot box and things like that. Yuki. The woman and team up, then tower. And they want to police them. Then tower them. The police them indeed. With the driver, they're not able for into another place. They ask what una want, we go bring and come for una in all length in day. So clearly, again, it's man there or Englishman, they can say, you want for free the scorn, they call on the scorn of a woman. So, but leaders them, our Leona no say, woman them, are the pillar of democracy. Because now the woman them, now then they able for make we home them sweet. And then they make we home them peaceful, like how they can say, when you go na Palampo, it's easy for you know, so woman all the day. Because woman them, no matter how young them be, but then they make the home. And as a matter of fact, the country as well, they're very, very instrumental in terms of making a country peaceful. And the late Mandela, once say, you educate boy picking, now one picking no more you educate. When you educate girl picking, it's in the entire nation. So that's they show how important women them being in the society. And that make again that question with this African women advocacy group tag APC them saying a disgrace to women them. I go urge them, let them not take that lightly. Let them address the issue. Let them come to Zainab Sheriff in rescue. I will talk about later this the two ways say and nyaka a little bit. And how I go nyaka I go nyaka from that lens we go see the Salone lists, the democratic lens, not to that lens of saying, oh, are very emotional, oh, you know, for say that, you know, no. I did look at the democratic lens. Because as I say, democracy not to something where easy, a very messy. But when you look around, a better pass all the other form of governments the way we sabi. So me famble them. Again, you can look at politics. We can get all with differences. But yeah, let we get the courage for let we able to accommodate the other person. And Salone in future, our Leona no say a big pass the headline in today. Oh, President Bill or SLPP, they don't corner APC. Oh, President Bill na then so way all letting in day. Guess what? And they born good picking. Because if APC come, na power, we all know what's going to happen. Now that tit for tat. And when tit for tat happen, waiting they happen. The development issue, it be secondary, it then at the back burner. And we don't want that. So now it make we for stop the tit for tat. Where we see something they go wrong, and we call them out. And we even if for call them out, that's something where it will be discomforting for you. But in the interest of the country in future, because as I say, Salone big pass the headline. Salone big pass any single personality. Whether or not the president take hand on, Salone big pass in personality. Again, me fumble them. We can disagree politically, but what you not for do? Or not for fet because somebody disagree with me, political way where I see things, or with me political party. Oh, because of you see funny thing, you oppose the president, so I for make you enemy. Hey, boy, my brothers and sisters. Let we not do that. Because if we not accept or we not accommodate then disagreement, then you know what thing that happen? It affect we unity. But where we accommodate political differences, religious differences, whatever differences, because yes, it's okay for let you pick in where you born self, it just happens in Africa. Now something where people are not they accept. But it's okay for let you pick where you born. Let it disagree with you with respect. But let him will disagree with you. And when that happen, he disagree with you, and any reasonable or wise Coomber will put that pick in the door. Will say, well, you know, for talk to me so na public. But tell me, what make you disagree? That's the king go. I believe so if you get him down listening here, sometimes the thing we go get for tell you in observation, it go to save you plenty other things them. If not decision making, sometimes you see that decision it go affect you and by extension affects the family. It go for tell you. Like me, we sit on here. My daddy be give me that opportunity there. Certain things then they will go ask me what I think. Genuinely. And when I see, I sure say when I for them they are aware the kind of person way I become. Able to give me that maturity for like I able to speak up. I make that workplace safe with respect because it teach me for speak up, not to with disrespect, but with respect. It go hard for let somebody trample upon you, especially where you know what you they say. And again, I want to let people understand one thing. I not say the now generation, the social media, people that want clicks, people that want followers, them people that want YouTube views and all that. So it's in they happen, they go after the sensational issues. Then the issues that we go say, wow, we did deal. No matter at what expense. Yeah, then we choose stability instead of that sensationalization or sensationalism. But within that they mean a big word. But something that we go say, oh my goodness, this is sweet, they trend, they this and that. And then they pounce on the other side because then a power and things then they go well for them. That didn't help the country at all. Because at the end of the day, democracy itself, it's sweet for call, easy for call. But it demands for let we get the courage for let we stay in with self. And by extension, for let we show maturity. So me famble them, I go tap here and I go straight now to the topics that I want to deal with. And before that, after I don't set the topic, the stage, I will go to the people that we don't join in for let I say hello to them and recognize them. Because we now as a family, they recognize each other. So I want to able to recognize them. So me famble them, again, there are two topics. But I want to break them topics here down. Break them down in a way that you will fully understand how they go with this. I will read them by English and then translate them by Creole. Tonight on Voice of Salone, VOS Network, we bring you a high-stakes episode as Sierra Leone faces mounting diplomatic tensions abroad. That's Guinea, because local people over there say abroad and can just feel say the Western world. No, as long as it left you land, you country. So outside of Salone, any part outside of Salone are abroad. So I'll let people understand that. So diplomatic tensions abroad and political controversy at home. So we will talk about the border crisis will intensify. So the interesting thing is, Sierra Leone is demanding the unconditional release of detained security personnel apprehended by Guinean forces. Government sources confirm that diplomatic engagement is ongoing, while the foreign minister is already in Guinea for high-level talks aimed at preventing escalation. So I don't know if this will be considered the carrot and the stick approach. Carrot meaning we the bell somebody. The stick, like picking we go say you patay am and then you do am back, you bell am. So now then the wet man call carrot and stick approach. So we Africa now stick and carrot. So they patter you first, and then after them patter you, when you cry sober one, then do you for bell you. So we Africa now stick and carrot approach. But yeah, they say carrot and stick. So you for bell force, if you use the diplomacy force, and when it fail, then you use now the move pass, as Nigerians they can say. So, Salone on one hand, they say unconditionally, no condition, Guineans them for release the Salone people them. And on the other hand, they send the foreign minister, when Minister Timothy Kaba, for ego talk. But I go sort of where I come into the proper analysis, I get something to say about that. But I just want to set the stage for now. The other thing where I go try for do is Lamran Abba interview the defense spokesperson, Mr. Hassan Sei Coomber. And what he say, I go play the interview that we all listen together. And then I will come after that. We get a couple of videos them. And one for say plenty thank you to Truth Media that they do the high profile interviews here. And they're able for inform we as to waiting the Agbagba and they think. And we know very well say Lamwana are not to any pushover. As one or two occasions we don't see the other media network where government officials then they come the entire for open call people them. So I'm for say boku thank you again to we brother Lamwana for the fantastic job where they do here in team. And then we go sort of after which we go to effort put together what in this mean for the region. And I remember this a different countries them, not a civil conflict where you go say now within the country where then they go be considered say well it go in a way easier for handle. This one are regional. So we all then are ECOWAS and now and interestingly Guinea immediately after the election, we then declare the former military ruler as the new civilian president. ECOWAS lift all the sanctions on them. So ECOWAS even encouraged them. And remember, that's not the chairman of ECOWAS. We make that decision there, or we will lead that decision there. Now we President Bill. And not too long after that, the same Guinea, they behave this way. So some people, I don't see plenty of people, where you go say they're right. But I don't want for go through the right or wrong. Say a test, and they try for test the leadership of ECOWAS and the leadership of a country. Because for you know very well, say this is not the chairman, the head of ECOWAS. You challenge a country. You're not afraid at all. Say it gets that position for mobilize military people for come overpower you. You're not afraid. So Baku people go interpret that as weakness on with president part. Some people then go interpret them as the audacity of Guinea for do that. I go left and two now. Me go just report them as is and give me own take as it will affect as to how it will affect the region. So we go talk about that. And I don't talk about Zainab Sheriff, how I go position that talk there. And some of the questions them, my brothers and sisters, we want for ask tonight, if time permit we. Now you look at the whole situation surrounding Zainab Sheriff in detention. Waiting this tell we woman politics, or waiting this tell we about the APC. So they only care about themselves, they don't care about the grassroots. So if anybody the government take advantage of or seize advantage by, so it means as a party, APC now will come for condemn that and advocate on that person in behalf in the strongest possible way. Not to just for going on TV or radio, or not for release them and stop at that. No. We no say in Africa, Salone in particular, that they know enough. So we go look at the challenge, some of the challenges there. We right now, we sister they face. And also yes, you be so confident in the fact say APC will rescue. But we go talk about some of the pros and cons, because APC themselves in a tight corner to some extent. But one thing we I want to make, we are there on Zainab Sheriff issue. One thing we I want to make very clear, my brothers and sisters, and at that make where the media they go after the first lady. Some of them are the vex and all that. But this is not one of the reasons. The first lady in language, now exactly Zainab Sheriff, they try for repeat. Now exactly Edwina Jemiru try for repeat. Now exactly our aunt try for repeat. And on and on and on. As a matter of fact, the first lady be supposed for be role model for we younger girls them. But what didn't do. All lentia now we in say trashy things about man them in general, about people that way they work for the administration, for a man, quote unquote. All sort of trashy things. And talk about mob justice. That I know man one day they say anything. Like even for even call them to it. Say no, about you now. No. Instead people them not the audience where they talk their nonsense the day, or then trashy talk the day, then go they clap and laugh. So why the standard therefore different? And not to say that cyber law not be there in effect, because quite recently we really call people and dogs and go on social media, they intimidate people them. So then they not constitute harassment, and not constitute cyber bullying. So the first lady, where the constitution tell we everywhere say supposed for be below the law, not above the law. But first lady they be above the law. So if first lady they say all trashy things then, because that kind talk where Zainab Sheriff be they talk, it sound like the first lady. Because I remember, again, this is not fast month, and I will be specific. Where if they try for promote the hands of our girls kind of thing and whatnot. We all hear waiting to say about man them where they commit rape, waiting for do them. So now tell me what's difference with Zainab Sheriff in comments say if anybody rogue the next election in 2028, that person they therefore do him XYZ and extend that to him in Fambulem. Not to similar kind of way that, not to similar tone that. So when somebody commit an offense, therefore use mob justice on him. And sadly enough, quite recently, them beat thief man, till them kill him. I think in a Kenema. Then they set fire, tie up an arm and stuff, like a gruesome way. And sadly, to me, to me, unpleasant surprise, me family. We get people we now so-called lawyer them. I use the word so-called because it's disappointing. So-called lawyers them. They say, oh, you know what? Then Tia don't pass back now the country and stuff. People don't like defend justification for justify why a right for beat somebody where they allege say thief till they kill him. So you see, because if you go on a TV or radio station, you they say that's not the right approach because thief don't boku. In a way, that not constitute incitement. Because if somebody here say, oh, this lawyer say, yeah, if somebody thief you, now for beat and okay and go police, beat until you kill him or whatever you go do to him, then they not go embolden people and for continue with that act there, where we get to lose them. And then you take the law in your hand. Now that's simply Zainab Sheriff try for do. Saying because we're not going to get justice, we're not going to get electoral justice. So what we for do? Let we take the law in our hand. Let we make sure say that person they and all live for tell the story. Say it cheat. According to them, 8 million people. So tell me true, my brothers and sisters. The election are 2 years from now. Over 2 years from now, if then go by the November. So just imagine. So over 2 years from now, and where Zainab Sheriff make that comment there, not a comment where we say because of Zainab Sheriff say XYZ. People then go harass other people then go storm particular individual. No, we don't hear that. So the question now is, who say that the incitement? Or the incitement all now based on the police interpretation? So you see why it's necessary for letting lawyers deny of APC then go and challenge that interpretation there of incitement. Because this way them puts the threshold so low, it go make them able to arrest anybody. So you even complain self say, me this time today, the way where they suffer so, I not go vote for SLPP in my entire life. So what does that mean? If you look at not voting for SLPP as something negative, because the incitement all something will go result in a negative reaction and cause harm. So if you want for in a literal way, because now so it look like they do interpret that word the incitement. So it means that's the example they were give. they persuade people them not for vote for SLPP again, and at the same time you look at wetin e go do to the party if more people then listen to you and take to wetin you get for say. So we hurt the party or somebody in chance of winning. So you go take and say, now that person in talk make this person suffer. So let we be careful in that country day. Then where will they interpret? But it's so sad that the judiciary was supposed to come to the rescue of Sierra Leoneans them. What didn't happen? Then quiet. So even when somebody challenge and say, okay, when I go interpret this, then go find funny way, as long as not to from the government. And when you turn the flip side of it, where the government come with a weak case, where they not get evidence, waiting and go say, oh well, I for remand them, I for put them in a tight corner, till while we gather the evidence. It's the right thing for be, well, would they release them? Because you don't come with enough evidence for to pursue the case further. But no, because now because of now the current administration or the incumbent. So what then go do for please them? Then go say, okay, well, we go put them first in a tight corner, tell you to go find your evidence them. For can nail them. So now see, and then we all they thrive, or we all they aspire for let democracy go before. So my brothers and sisters, I just think I'm safe for talk about Zainab Sheriff issue first, before I come to the Guinea situation proper one. Because a topic I strongly believe say equally important. Because now somebody in life and liberty we dey talk about so. Because that lady, that Southside day right now, God knows if they're not they torture him, because then go feel so well now the current government. So as a result, he okay for we do that. So me fambulem, it can be you. It can be your brother. It can be your sister. It can be your neighbor. It can be somebody very close to you. Yes, if you feel say na party day na power today, ask yourself, where other party come na power? If you go really well, let them do so. With the law where we supposed for say it protect we against them fake or them weak so-called interpretation of laws then a saloon. I go tap there. But it's very clear, say APC, according to the write-up, say una na disgrace. La put a mark, then una say Abdul Karim say APC na disgrace. I just try for make una understand the rationale of this particular accusation, or how strong this accusation be. So me fumble them again. Dear, I dey appeal to APC folks them on behalf of Zainab Sheriff, on behalf of VOS, saying, because I know say the government supporters them, the lawyers them, we them feel say then they support the government, and I feel say they go get the stomach or the courage for team up and say no. A wrong waiting on do the lady, the detain them, the detain accuse them for not sufficient for let on detain them. I go glad if I see SLPP lawyer come up for do that. But unfortunately, no, they're not going to do that because plenty of them, they scared. But yet, now the same people and way they preach, but democracy and all that in a day. and democracy no go thrive in fear. Because as a matter of fact, we belong to a particular group. Now we for speak the loudest with our group, they violate other person in right. Because when I do that, guess what? The organization, they thrive even more. Because when I go don't send the signal saying we not believe in democracy. But if we're not quiet, and what normally the Englishman say, silence means consent. It means, in a way, you accept the way we they treat people, and particularly in this case, the way they treat your sister Zainab Sheriff. So dear my brothers and sisters, the lawyers them, you know, way I think about the story where we come now the studio, I really ask myself, but unfortunately, given my age and all that, I'm not able to do that again. But I've been really inspired, saying after we don't do law. Because for me, now some of them things here, as a lawyer, if I be lawyer, I for fight for. Because it's very clear, saying Salone and selective justice. And some of them thinks they need the Truth and Reconciliation Committee, the TRC, Truth and Reconciliation Committee report. We make very clear, saying we need to stop that. Stop the so-called selective justice. I get one video where somebody sent to me, and I'll for say plenty thank you to the person. And the person clearly know himself. We, to some extent, they talk Mende line. And this one watch, I mean, a little bit disturbing to me in the sense that we sweet Salone, something them way nobody they happen so frequently. I think it was last week. I talk about a story where somebody kidnapped Pekin and they even pay a ransom. And this is another story of somebody where be go there for attempt for kidnap a Pekin with a kitchen. So let's play for another short clip. And this, not just for let we know how much of a serious issue Salone they go through right now. Because that's what they hear and see. Now the other country them, it's like say empty and they don't they not Salone now. That kidnapping, we don't hear so, and particularly we within the diaspora, how then they go make you safe? I go come right back after this, and then I go recognize the people that we don't join for Teleadu. I go come right back. Stay tuned, not go nowhere.
Kena yamia adui we are from Kangama or Kewa ma tigama yafa bimia bewa me na tigu yana yekini be biru tawo yekini no right now to go here. The motivo. Kabe emotive. Emotive. Sangeme amuhuya. Sangeme amuhuya. Piwang. Sabe. By 5 to 6. Sabe who emotive. Emotive. See the population. See the motoka? See now small boboro ola. One gota. This is it. One gota.
So me fumble them. When I see why we can always emphasize now VOS saying waiting they go na salon and not supposed for only be APC and SLPP business. Just imagine this na Mende land. This a place where you will think say SLPP strong. But yet this kind of thing they happen. So waiting another point where they make now. And they make the point say where will they look at issues them and thinking to say, oh well, it not gonna affect me because I'm a party in a power. Absolutely that's wrong. I would say probably majority of them people in other village they vote for the ruling party. But yet at them village somebody they go so for go kidnap Pekin. So when I see why it's very important where they handle issues them. Let we handle them in a country way instead of political way for use political lens. Again, I want to say beaucoup thank you to the person we sent on to me. And I know say plenty of una we understand the language, una will get better context. But for me, very clear because they mix up talk some Creole. From the Creole, a very clear say, if we don't even try for put one bobo, then just catch up. One for kidnap, one bobo. And last week, talk about a kidnapping issue where they may succeed. And I talk about the so-called copycat. People in 1-4 begin to do that now. I say, we're just like how they are in Nigeria. And so Nigeria self, if we start and say, oh, not a better thing. And then kind of not take them as a serious issue. And then now, it don't become so rampant that foreigners them, including even then the locals, then they scared for travel certain time to certain place them. They will tell you, say that place they prone to kidnappers. Just imagine, in your country, you get a restriction as to who say for go, who say not for go, because you're afraid let them not kidnap you. In a nutshell, it's very clear to me saying that in a sign of weak security in the country. So if they highlight their story here, my brothers and sisters, dear, it's not nice for them to take them personal and thinking to say, una like the administration. No, we like the administration because now we government. As I can always say, I don't say people are not like why they say this. President Bill, I recognize him as my president. Even after the 2023 election, the reason we make us say that, because according to the Constitution, the person with the Constitution give the mandate, the power for announce the leader, the winner. That person they say now President Bill win. So that means we for recognize him. Because on your own part, you don't do anything wrong. But instead of Zainab Sheriff in method, but we all as a country, we for make sure say what didn't happen 2023 June 2023 election let not happen again. Because imagine, look how many years now. They go to 3 years now. Few months from now, it'll be 3 years. And we still, they arrest people them because they talk about that way they be dissatisfied. We rightfully so, if we talk about them. But when you talk about them, they say, oh, incitement. They use that kind of vague interpretation of it. Hey, brothers and sisters, you disregard the suffering where the next person they go through, to that person no more do. Like how they can say, we point one finger at somebody, the four fingers them, they point back at you. I go tap the end. I want to say boku thank you to all the people that we don't join, and particular thank you to we brother Albert Lansana. Thank you very, very much for what you join. We say good evening, my dear good brothers and sisters. Blessings to you guys. And I want to say boku thank you to another prominent sister, Sister Aisata Dumbuya. Thank you very much. And he said, good evening, everyone, and Ramadan Kareem to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. May Allah accept all our prayers and fasting. Amen. Thank you so much, Sister Aisata Dumbuya. We truly appreciate that. And another prominent sister, I can always strive for say, if I don't see him, I can just kind of wonder, say maybe I say something the previous week we no like. But within all though, Sister Mary J, thank you so much as always. It's a good evening, Mr. Kagbo and everyone. Thank you. Good evening to you as well. And this person, dear, as I can always say, and the big una, dear, that person there, this person, on not jealous more, one of the backbones of VOS. We all, I will say, open VOS from the beginning, 2017. Madam Bendu be done there with VOS, and is still there with VOS, and it can be a way we own soft voice. We can normally say during the internet way be the call. Say if you see Madam Bendu call now, oh my goodness, no sitting number smack. Thank you so much, Madam Bendu. Say hello from them. We truly appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. And to another prominent brother, Ronald George Stone, thank you so much. You say, when you spend only $36 million on defense and your neighbor spending $500 million, what do you expect? Well, again, that's not interesting way you look at them though. But the spending alone not supposed to be like, because you can say you spend them, but if you not spend them wisely, not to just the amount though, we get what we call strategic spending. So I don't know the amount where you call, so if then they forbid the problem. I want to let you also understand, say, Guinea then country by the physical country, location, like the land, Guinea bigger than Salone, and then the population larger than Salone population. So in that respect, we get what we call by economics per capita. So by the number of the population, you go able to assess that as well, not just the total amount. So if you look at Guinea population and you look at Salone population, yes, that number is still extremely big, larger than the 36 million we you say, but you get other factors then back where we take into account. But thank you so much. I understand the comment, also you come out, and you continue to say the living conditions of our soldiers in Juba asks the question of our commander in chief commitment in providing their basic necessities in 2026 is shameful when he's a former soldier himself. I will tap on there and a very clear for let people understand the point. I want to say again, Boku thank you to Madam Bendu. Madam Bendu say all these politicians are doing is to muscle every individual who doesn't praise sing. Democracy is dead in Sierra Leone. Taking advantage of the people, the struggle continues. Wow. Well, Madam Bendu don't say, oh, I go rest my case. It don't say it all. And absolutely true. Again, democracy thrive where we be tolerant. A thrive where we accept for let somebody disagree with we. It thrive for like we listen to the next person. They make them say majority rule, but at the same time, you forget minority inclusion. You get for include the minority in decision making. Not to just know, oh, now we not the majority, now we don't win the election, so we don't care about the rest of the people. No, that's not Sierra Leoneans. So you care about them, so you include them in whatever decision you make. Great point. Thank you. Another prominent brother, and INSEF, since the inception of VOS, INSEF now part of it. And for say plenty thank you to brother Fuad Sise. Thank you so much for where you join us always. We truly appreciate you. Say welcome everyone to VOS family. Indeed, this is a great family. Madam Bendu continue for say it is very sickening the way these two parties have been treating opposition members. This is just brewing hatred, absolutely, amongst the people because the politicians are all benefiting. Indeed, that all take, divide and conquer. And that did it do. And Madam Bendu continue for say, did we notice the vehicle of this kidnapper? Yeah, help we remind we to for look for. So I go try for play the video again. Let people pick that up. But I notice say na SUV, and I go look. I think na Toyota. I don't know if na Hilux. The Salone standard they go considered a sort of luxury vehicle. But I don't know if na that point they try for get at. But yeah, for like you get access to that kind of vehicle there, that says a lot, you know. Either it don't be a thriving business for them that you able to afford that kind of vehicle there, or maybe again, I know for second guess waiting now you question, but a lot can be used to answer that question there. But please, help we understand, Madam Bendu, what you mean by your question. I also say plenty thank you to Salman Tarawali. Thank you so much, Salman. And yes, Alba Viva, Mr. Kagbo, and good evening to my said to all the family members all over the world, Voice of Salone network platform. Thank you so much, Brother Salman. I truly appreciate you, and we truly appreciate you. And another prominent brother, I want to say plenty thank you to you, Brother C. Kamara. Thank you very much. I know you don't crown me Chief. I go accept that. Chief Kagbo, good evening. I hope you are doing great with your family. Yes, we all did do well. And I want to tell you plenty thank you. And I hope yourself and your family will do well. And we all know VOS, as you see, we all did do well. So what I did, I go do now, my brothers and sisters, let sort of play the videos them. I go straight now to the dispute because I want to spend plenty time for talk about that, as this it is threatening with sovereignty. It is threatening the people within the border area, their security and livelihood, because again, the neighboring countries them. I remember why they leave Ghana for go Togo, we're in a neighboring country, who can go and come the same day because they would be fine and all that. Oh, you know, like, so that's they common. And you get some people and where their livelihood depend on going across the border to the other country for go do whatever they go do, whether not for go trade or whatever it is. But I will play a couple of videos them, let we get a better perspective as to what they go on. So I go first play one, like 2 short videos them, when I get some sense of the issue, and then I will come back and tell for nyaka the story, because a nice way we fully understand the story, and let we go appreciate more waiting people and they go through. All right, Mifambulem, when I no go no side, when I stick around, I will play 2 videos them before I play Lamrana in interview first with the reporter. We cover the area, and then the interview after I talk a little bit. I will play the interview where he get with the military spokesperson. So when I stay tuned, I will come right back after this.
C'est de nos camps pour les talk, not to then you ordinary so. If say then are just ordinary people. The problem, this problem, sir, problem Bangalamara. It's into big problems, sir. Then comprehension number. See now understanding. See what did you see, first one are left hander, sir. See the people who have been left hander, sir. Say they tell and say, then is the flag. Then just put a dot of say the chief the meet of entrance. You are say the people have been answering say anybody who touch the flag or the keys say they will go in and I never tell them saying them say they not people them left. Men are come motako like then territorial. Says is them no say Guineans alone abandon so come see one of our Salone. Say way the time is Salone. Yes, then it's for his name. It doesn't follow by Mona to the way you are territorial. Say if you go inside Guinea, you miss them.
We fumble them. This last video where we watch, the people approach, we side very peacefully, and the way they explain to them, there's a misunderstanding. But something kind of make confusing to me, I would say. Look at waiting they go on. So if na simple misunderstanding, waiting warrant for they still detain the military officers them. If not simple understanding, because let's say if in a simple misunderstanding, this interaction for them throw light on the issue and say, okay, well, we misunderstand and we're sorry for the misunderstanding and all that, then they're supposed to constitute a release of military officers them. But no. So now a warrant for ECOWAS involved. With foreign minister go there and all that. But I just try for make una get that part there, saying the Guineans them, then get a little bit of different motive now, I must say. And after I play Lamrana, the first interview with a reporter, one of the reporters them, I go read the press release, Salone press release and Guinea press release. The Guinea press release now French. My French not too good. So what I do, I go on Google and get the translation. So I go put for now the translation for we all read them together. Yeah. So we're able to understand what they say, but I go read first the Salone press release on this issue versus the Guinea press release, where I come back after the interview where Lamrana do with one of the reporters then where he say be there on the ground for cover this particular issue. So I will come right back. And by the way, again, I'm for say plenty thank you to the Truth Media for way did they help we for get better understanding of the situation on the ground. I will come right back after this interview.
We go Falabana. We get Frederick on the phone for giving some updates. Yesterday night, actually, there was this breaking news about some security situation between we own military officers and that of the Guineans, na the border part. But Frederick, Naman, we Sabida area, they can give you updates quickly. Good morning, Frederick.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Ba, and good morning, Mr.
So, Frederick, whose part this whole thing happen na Falaba district or na Koinadugu?
The thing be happen na Falaba district and na Sloman Kingdom, Kalere. Kalere they close to Guinea. And most of the network for Guinea, now the Kalere people that they use. So all the activities and the business now inside Guinea, then they go to answer.
So you've been on talk to the authorities them yesterday. I remember when we reach out to you, you've been try to get some response from the authorities. What's actually happened?
Well, according to the information we have been received from this one, the way they been go after where the incident will be happened, with the LUC and the DTO for Falabar Police Division. The incident will happen around the afternoon hours, but then decide to go and get information at the place, what exactly happened before they release the information. According to them, it's in a land dispute between Guinea and Sierra Leone soldiers. They say we tell them for make checkpoint. The Guineans then say, let them not make checkpoint until they come with GPS for make the GPS that place there. If the land belongs to Salone, then go make checkpoint. The land not belongs to them, they not go make checkpoint. But we look at the place, now Salone land, not to Guinea land, according to the information that I get. So when the Guineans then say we want to make that checkpoint there. So what they do now, then all reinforcement from Guinea, about 300 soldiers, where then come yesterday. That 300 soldiers then come, then those with soldiers away, then they now the border there. About 13 soldiers away then arrest, including the captain, Captain Francis, and also 2 police officers.
Then you see, then they on
so they are the total arrest, then 15 arrests, 9 that they make it. Then go then.
So as we they talk, the Salone soldier them they in the custody of the Guinean military officers them.
Yes, according to the information we have been received.
How many of them?
Now then 15.
16 officers.
Soldiers, 13 soldiers and 2 police officers.
That not 15.
Yes.
Then you say then they in the custody of the Guinean authorities?
Yes, according they say them, we talked to them yesterday, they say they're not being released them. The reason why they arrest them people they say because the alone soldiers are not go occupy their land.
So what's in the reaction of the authorities, the security sector, the leaders, them, ONS, police or the military, as much as you don't talk to them, what's in them say?
Well, the police, the LUC, the ONS, they all be there yesterday. And the rest of the day, then stand day. But they say when they talk to the Guineans there, then seems like they don't have to respond to them. Then talk to them, but they want to make a recalcitrant attitude. So then as soon as they arrest them, 15 people that then left the place, then left their men then at the alert. They say if anything we have to let them respond.
So what's the security situation that area presently? Everything calm?
Yeah, for now, except this morning why we can't call back the LUC, down to the current security situation. But as of yesterday, they say the things being calm because then talk to the soldiers and from next and call reinforcement. Because then look at that. Everything like they make that thing arrested. the soldiers the way they district, they're not enough. And even the police officers there, and most of the soldiers there, or the police there, they're not mobile. Mobility not there. So if mobility is not there, then say for call, enough reinforcement or let them in at that place. Yeah, if you then send 300 soldiers there, then can be 3 soldiers automatically, they don't overpower young soldiers within the country.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Frederick. Thanks for the updates. We will keep in touch with you. Please continue for check with the authorities them if there is any information. Even before we end the program, hopefully we will bring and come out to the public. But thank you so much, Frederick, for speaking to us this morning.
Again, I have to say boku thank you to we brother Lamrana within team, and that was a great report. I know say small discrepancy in terms of the number where you talk about 15, but within and pull both press releases they say 16. But that's a small discrepancy. But here's before I read the press release, a few things then we Salone. A few things that I want to highlight. My brothers and sisters, people they na border where their primary objective are for secure the border. And yet una not make them mobile. Una not give them this is laughable though. A serious issue, but at the same time a laughable. Let me think about that Corona time where we get money from the World Health Organization, according to that wonderful woman, that great woman who we get in the name of Lara Taylor Pierce. We expose the government. So they use most of that money they buy SUVs them for paramount chief, for ministers them. Just imagine, waiting at the excuse for them give, or they needed them for waiting. I don't remember saying they give we any sober reply at all. The people that will need vehicles for secure we land, for secure we people them where they within that border they from foreign aggression do not get mobile ability. And then just imagine, and I make us say it appear like say the Guinean folks then get hidden agenda. That second video we talk about saying, oh, na misunderstanding. So misunderstanding, you send 300 soldier man them. Now misunderstanding that? And where the one on the ground for don't know say the people them way then they deal with not to boku people them at all. And this not to say them open fire by them, nothing like that. Nothing or suggest any escalation. We for warrant reinforcement of that magnitude day. 300. Imagine how many trucks of military vehicles. Just imagine. For dispute, we considered misunderstanding. And I think Yenga, a similar approach. Now in another part of the country, then they try for go claim so. When I see where I be they try for draw sort of connection with Donald Trump, a re-election, a approach against Russia or Ukraine, you choose your pick. A approach, they embolden. I don't say repeatedly now. Where people and they say, oh, I don't like Trump. Then another person accuse me, say, oh, I be they support Trump. not just for America, now for waiting it go mean for dictators them around the world, particularly now a place there like Africa, for bullies them, because now that would only see so, saying Mamadou Doumbouya na bully. So they try now for bully we because he get the military might. And now he make the term where he be doing nonsense, where we president allow it come with so much force inside our country. And if I understand correctly, very short notice. Because otherwise, you know, the citizens therefore be don't allow them or whatever it is. Come with that forceful way they drive from all the way Guinea, come right a Freetown with heavy harm and ammunition. All that. It is show clearly say yes, it is test the resistance of Sierra Leone or the weakness of a leader. Again, this is not to disrespect, but it is show clearly now say President Bill because allowing self for go through the rank, it just claim we if you check the military take people away, now military we don't take over government. One of the few people that we do what you do. You come, you take over power as second lieutenant. And then when you left power, you give yourself big promotion to brigadier. Yeah. Just imagine, somebody who not to be full lieutenant self. Get that military experience. So now that's they come through. So, because to me, that and I make some thinking I can so feel where people they call them to it. And I be telling I say when I talk about this issue, I go come small to the government. Where people I don't know, this kind, I didn't even see that in the media. Retired brigadier, doctor, all the nonsense title and they were not deserving of. If I begin count, even this man will the reference so Doumbouya. I don't know how many years now. It's still big in title where he take power. That guy in Burkina Faso, it don't know how many years now. He still retain the title where he take power. You go on and on and on. The people, military people that will take power, they still maintain the title where they take power. But we on president now. And then when I tell me saying a president where he gets the country at heart. And now, before I go to the other video, let's show now this headline. They want to tell me how President Bill think. When I look at this headline, Sierra Leone's foreign minister in Guinea for talks on border dispute. Sierra Leone foreign minister in Guinea for talks on border issue. He is for long. I say, Mr. Kago, say to go with this. I go explain. President Bill, how many times Sierra Leoneans that don't complain of in traveling? How many times? We now know the answer. Countless number of times Sierra Leoneans that don't complain of in travel. And waiting at the justification very recently. I don't know if you're in communications director also, Mike Berewa, therefore justify, and the current publicity secretary of SLPP self try for justify President Bill in traveling. I remember Mike Berewa listened to the interview we didn't get with him about that. Within that one of the justifications, they say, oh well, some people, some leaders, then they, or some corporations, then they can demand for like President Bill get direct talk with them in person. I'm so sorry, I don't miss a call. Please call me back, and I go make sure say I pick up the call. Please call me back. So President Bill, the director, communications director, is say, well, Boku leaders then they way, or people then they way, they like that face to face. Now then they demand face to face meeting with President Bill. Now I make for like President Bill push the country go before for benefits and stuff. I make he can go do that face to face. So now that's used for justify. Because it's important. So, President Bill, I'll take this call. I will come back and continue with the analysis. Because, again, we're not just one number we they use. So, we want to make sure, say, people are able for each. With VOS Network, hello, caller. What's your name inside the call from, please?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, this now Alusina the call. Alusina, yes, I get you. This now Alusina. This now Alusina the call from. Yes, I call from Maryland.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much, brother Alusina. Go ahead, please.
Yes, and this Guinea aggression that the tribe will talk about today.
Okay.
Right now, Sierra Leone too they focus on a peace building. We don't want to go. We don't fight 11-year war. We don't fight 11-year war. Also, we see man picking they lose their limbs. Comrade they split them belly. Voucher they can't eat mortal man. We don't want that anymore. We too want on a peace. The big president be focused on peace. He don't be chairman for ECOWAS currently. He don't be president for Security Council. Mamadi Doumbouya, we know who's in a Ragamuffin business independent. It's not popular in the country, so the only thing they try for do for get attention for United Country, say they go bully Sierra Leone, for they get attention, make it, then they want to say get strength. We know how we don't fight civil war for 11 years. What do you think about the peace? Would that lost him mama, would that lost him papa, would that lost him limbs? What do you want on Sierra Leone for build up? Now we focus on. If Guinea one day they go for the country for it. If they want they can take one route and lose, we don't care. Mama didn't be Inkego ammunition na salon for go shoot say get. Secretary na check me go. Check go meet a big guy. I want Amiban for guide me in 1968. Now they be in a state house that they be the guide for check it from SSB or ISU before he say let them go back. Secretary big respect Salone. This man in no look get respect. He look like say how we don't care, we don't bully that old power be there and Conde because not popular. So he try for find way for let get attention. President during the focus on the legacy now for bill, not to worry one fit again. Now for build the country, United Country, let the country go before we rebuild. That's it. We don't worry anymore. So if you want now, let buy all the ammunition. Salone be he left to the seminar, let buy ammunition because for fair to that, Liberia we don't put Shelton in a jail. They're there for life. Remember, if you not take the Salone, if the Salone is more important, but Salone life is very important too. You go end up like Charles Taylor. Gaddafi will make say go train for letting can destroy Salone. How they kill her like a dog now? Salone life is precious. Now blessed country. One of the most intelligent, we got the highest IQ in Africa. So that man a low IQ than getting a Guinea. Who's thinking the develop? Who's thinking the now because they say the money don't strong so this BNT. So get high you make you treat them so civilized past them. When a neighbor, they say they go put flag. You know come for investigate, you can send almost 100 man for waiting. Let them go forward a positive effect. Who not needs to affect me again? I mean what and this now that's what I call for. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Now take another call. VOS Network. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who said the call from, please? Hello.
Call from US.
Yes, go ahead, please. What's your take on the program tonight, sir? I don't know if you get network problem. Hello. Well, it look like say this call. Yeah, call the cut. It go nice for you. Well, call me back then. Please call me back. Unfortunately, we need to get you. All right. Again, we go end this call. Caller, please call me back. I will make sure say I give priority when you call back. Because I want to let people, let this be a national discussion because we get different perspective. So before I proceed with my own sort of comment, I go back to the comment section because I see plenty of people don't comment. And I foresee boku thank you to Mayeni Bracey. Thank you so much. You say, good evening, my dear brother. It's been a long time. Thank you for doing this for us. Okay, thank you very much, Mayeni. I think, it don't be a long time. Prince Terry, thank you so much. You say, I'm sorry to say this, that there is no judicial system in Sierra Leone. It's sad, definitely, but the system, they just rotting. We still get the system, brother. It's just rotting. The system just rotting. But we need a lot of fixing there, definitely. Salman, thank you very much. He said, my Muslim brothers and sisters, Ramadan, Kareem, may God Almighty Allah protect you guys through this month. Thank you very much. So let we take, I believe, see the caller, they come back. Let we try for see. I don't know why caller, you get me now. For some reason.
Clear. What about you?
Okay, yes, you come through now clearly. Yeah, go ahead, please. What are you take on the program tonight?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the good work you do. Thank you. Any time when I agree with people and they talk, say President Bio stand for peace, when I know exactly what in that man they don't do in that country, they for take we country go na the state where they so are they bleed. Are they bleed? If you get for protect, now you also force you want for protect. How this man go stand for peace now that making no one for fight with Guinea, but it don't end up don't kill so many of in citizens them now that country day. If na man this way be stand for peace for that country day, now we don't get a controversial election. We get the tripartite and all that stuff, then they make recommendation. This man will stand for peace. Electoral commissioner will don't appoint to. This man a man will be on record. Say no difference no go there between the 2023 election and the 2028 election we get for B. It's still a push for team the way, not they preach peace na the country. Then people like him blindly they come and talk say, oh, President Bio stand for peace and all that stuff. Then it can pain me whenever they read that one day. Which peace where this man stand for? All the problem where they occur in that country, they literally this man know about everything and that from and the command they come out from. It can just they try for hide behind in shadow. But however, make a left that point there. Not to say people like we say once for let Salone go in war with Guinea because already we know the end result where the war not even start itself. We not get nothing for even challenge Guinea. We politicians they will get basically now for rip the country off. They not get nothing for secure that country day. We go make all the molestation now where Guinea they take so now against where then they bring come against we in that country they now because they don't we. They no say we can't do nothing on we own. We want tomato paste na Guinea we they go. Yabas na Guinea. Maggi na Guinea. So literally Guinea they no say Salone. The one when I border ourselves then close by we na problem. Before I say now we can't go in a war with Guinea. And besides the state of the country right now, the economy, with the stature of country they right now. If Salone say then they go into war with Guinea, if bullet not kill yourself now, the Sokia now go kill you. Because as it is now, for less of man get 1 million they self now work. Before I can say now Salone can go into war with Guinea. We self no want that, but this man also say in the ECOWAS chairman now and all that stuff. Then they don't say we Guinea. Even when we get military, civilian presidents them. Pakabayan and Eskroma. The kind disrespect we Guinea they bring to we, they not do them under Pakabayan and Eskroma for go put with so German then are gone to a point they get for kidnap them inside their own country, take them go inside Guinea. You know? So nobody don't want for less Salone go fed because no one let we sister the man and go die there for nothing because they don't get nothing to nothing. The one the way they enjoy na the army, na the high ranking, the head of the army, na in brother na minister of finance, one mama, one papa, that Fanta Madi. So then they don't pay themselves, then they left the ordinary man for the suffer. So nobody no one let people man and people papa then go die in that country. But Mother Bio, if you they claim say pass on tell Mother Bio one tell we say na pay for get that title lay ECOWAS chairman. Because if for that big position now one day, if for able for don't do something for stop this nonsense we Guinea they bring council. You know, una get strength for they go kill una citizens, them but una not get strength for defend una country against external forces where they come na the country. Where the angry lie on the all. Where they say una come on do with the iron brush una all. Where they on a Salone people and no more than get strength pa. Let people know they can't talk nonsense. Say Mother be on a man we stand for peace. The man we responsible for the state of we country, drag we country go na the model side they so now. We not be no say now. If you be no left with countries the way I did before they can't say they can't clean the image of the country. Can't take drug lord Oster na the country gay and Tringal Pekin. Thank you so much, my brother. God bless you.
God bless you too. And Lord take another call. It's in a very reduce the volume now you see.
Okay. All right. Okay, hold on one second.
Yes. Okay. You good now. So it's in your name if you care for share and who say they call me from?
This is Jamal, they call me Virginia.
Wonderful. Go ahead, please. Waiting a comment on the program tonight, sir.
Okay, my brother, this man, okay, my brother, now this is called Fitina. At times, the president can say innocent suffer for the righteous. Now, in with it, right now, na Sierra Leone.
You mean for the wicked?
Sorry, innocent suffer for the wicked, yes. Righteous suffer for the wicked, yes. Yeah. Sorry for that, amen.
So that's
man, I don't really understand. Who that this man that country. This man they take the country like say by personal property. He don't take it like say they get for private tomorrow, I get for come tomorrow. And if you look, this man in behavior that country today, believe me, this man no one for left power. This man wanted first come on that country, they made it say, oh, first don't come, and they nullify everything. No, that's your back and power. Why can't I talk to you? I'm not really, I stand to be corrected. They say don't go back to Guinea Bissau. The man wait, they don't even value na ECOWAS. It's like the people they use that. Oh man, not to say this position what it take, believe me. Now responsibility where the other person they don't just feel for take. Like when they say, I don't take a what was that? Oh man, go take a now you do so. Nobody will expect that. You now they get a plan for can build another wasteful money. Now Lunge is say for ECOWAS. What's the ECOWAS to do for we? They don't care about me. They don't care about anything when they happen at Salone.
The chief election, they don't even candidate. It's a kill, equals no candidate. One of the first organizations in Africa. He go talk like that bundle day. He say in the manager. In the West, like open the door. He don't get nothing for you. Now wasteful man. In the West, we call the resources. That we don't want this. If you are by now, they don't want to push. When you get say no more, Mr. Karu, no, we continue for pray. God get Lagos take the every pass. God na carry. Believe me, God na carry. When God know where you for him, if you put another country, the man can destabilize everything. If you are on a person, when a young man like this, the problem is the man wasn't a social person. Now we don't be social. Now we don't enjoy life. And I'm sure you get for end up, we don't get for ever enjoy life. You can't meet Bakaba don't do small. You can't meet Ariscoma don't do small. The small all the way down left between the two presidents there, you as a young man, all said before just come for can be the feeling. If I don't be one of the best presidents as alone. But it can destabilize everything. It can, oh my God. Now man this way check the country. You don't even value the northerners. When you look matter here in government, now serious better another day. Anybody when they say, hey, say, Corona, Namadigo.
Okay, unfortunately, your time done because we get limited time for the program. So call me back, please. Thank you so much for your comments.
No problem. And, no problem. Thank you so much, my brother.
Wonderful.
Not a good man. I saw that back feeling. Not a good man. Let us make it accommodate. Thank you, sir.
All right. Take care. All right, me fambulem. I know say again. This is a very tough topic. Hopefully, we program on Sunday. I believe say they go touch on this. So for me, I don't get much time. As I say, this is a fast month, and in addition, I want for keep to me New Year's resolution for like they do this within 2 hours. So now again, Nande will be the last call. I go to and comment them, and then I will give me final take on the issue, because again, this is an issue where it look ongoing, and I strongly believe say Mr. Mengot and Mr. Shilon, lawyer Shilon, then go touch on that, and I go encourage you now for stay tuned. Unfortunately, tomorrow program we present our way Madam Matilda J. Cole. It gets some personal engagement, so inaugurable for day. But I go encourage you now for Leona stay tuned for the Sunday program. So let sort of acknowledge. Dear, I know say, and where we begin, I know say this na issue is very tense. But dear, at the big wheel, let we just maintain that kind of maturity, because if we begin the banter words and also vex by each other, I be making clear, say anger, it need to help us resolve anything at all. So, but the whole promote Salone in well-being, we get for use wisdom. Patrice Terry say we get politicians that can read but cannot comprehend, which is a mixture for disaster. Interesting. And another prominent brother, brother Robert Kagbo, thank you so much for joining me. He said the Guinean soldiers entered Sierra Leone with guns, while the Sierra Leonean soldiers were not carrying guns, even to protect their commander. That says it all. Then Dana border, and let me say, if even Sef Leka, you go say, not just for the sake of it, but waiting now the primary responsibility of a military person for protect we territorial integrity, for protect the single most duty of the sojaman in other country they are for protect Salone people them from foreign aggression. Not to for promote, not to for protect any other thing, no, but not for protect we against foreign invaders them. So the first primary responsibility, and then they on that duty they're not prepare. What's kind of irony that? What's kind of joke dandy? You say you position or your responsibility now for protect the border, so no foreign person no go can invade we. Don't we forget about the government of Guinea, but you can get people them like bandits them. You get people them way can be terrorists them and all that. So, but if we not get gone, we not prepare. So, now tell me how for assess that kind situation there. So, brother Robert Kagbo, you make a good point. I just want to echo that. My favorite brother Favor, thank you very much. As always, can remind people for please like, share, and subscribe to the Voice of Salone network or VOS television. Another prominent sister Awana Conte, thank you very much. Say good evening, sir. And IMB say we the youth are pleading to the government to pardon our sister. Absolutely. And not to just the government for plead with, the APC folks therefore represent that woman day and make sure say then get them out. Because they're supposed to be also galvanize, forces them like how they galvanize for Lansana Doumbouya for make sure say they defend democracy. Not only defending with sister Zainab Sheriff, but now for defend democracy. And it's kind of blurry between what they call freedom of speech or expression versus the so-called cybercrime. So now I make on a need for test that gray area in a court. On a not allow that lady for language and let them continue for bullying. And now sadly enough, they don't adjourn the case to all the way March 4th. What does that mean? It get for dated for more than a week. Just imagine, So why then for adjourn the case? So like how I say, where the government not get enough evidence, instead of they release the person and let the onus be on the government or the government, the prosecutors them. No. Instead, now the other side, they suffer. Because Secretary General Lansana, it just happens to say the first way APC then go with, and all their lawyers then they. But it came through very clearly, say the state not be put together the evidence. They not be get strong enough evidence. Then do that for almost all the case them. Madam, the former, unfortunately, I really hate for refer to him as that. But the former Auditor General, Madam Lara Taylor Pierce, they not be get sufficient evidence. But what they do, while they gather the evidence, they suspend the woman. And then with judiciary, able for overrule and say, no, not to the law. You don't get for suspend them before the case. So you get for make your case false. Give you evidence and everything, and then they look into it, see if it warrant. And as a matter of fact, repeatedly, I don't say on this platform, say you suppose forget recommendation according to the Constitution. Not to you upon yourself as president, so because of this person do X, Y, Z where you not like. Even though you do unlawfully, you go after him. You suspend him and stuff. So now the similar practice, and yet they say we want peace, we want cohesion, we want unity in the country. We did do the same things the way the TRC report make very clear, the Truth and Reconciliation report. It make it very clear, saying if we continue to do that, we will taste another bitter war. And yet, we continue for the practice. All the things then will be go wrong will lead to the rebel war. So in the interest of the country, APC will not need for defend that we young sister day, or we young mama, we young auntie. Because remember, if una say una they defend the grassroots, una not to elite party, not to party way they think about people them normal way na agbagba them. Una they think about the grassroots, as una they claim say APC na grassroots party, and now una for sure. Because that strength we una use, that energy we una use for defend Lansana Doumbouya are the similar way, because the arguments then be the same. Waiting constitute the incitement during political event. And whose way anybody come on a door, anybody injured as a result of Zainab Sheriff in comments. And after that time, then the only way the police they make a big fuss out of it. But I know many side like say it even be detained again and whatnot. And why una not go take us in out of frustration? Why una not do the right thing? Like how one of the callers then say. Why una not first maintain the integrity of the elections? If not something una do right, why if it be offensive? So again, I go back to this little area of Moses' law, do as I say, but not as I do. No. With we picking them now social media, this 21st century, people and they watch your footsteps and they take after you. So Madam First Lady, I don't know, you know, declare it, but if you aspire for be president, oh my goodness, what our Salone will get. If you strongly believe in that mob justice, for cost people anyhow, talk to people anyhow, in a rude, unruly manner, and yet when we young picking them and sisters them, they take after you, they talk similarly to you, they're above the law, but them, the law bets them. Anyway, I don't say I'm done with that issue there, but it's very clear, say Salone, justice, very important for maintaining peace in our country there. Because if people are not free, you go push them so far. When you push them against the wall, they don't get no other option but for fight back. So we have to be careful. I want to say plenty thank you to Salman. By the way, I see people in the call, dear, time don't bet we don't take the last call. I'm so sorry, dear, beg, and we don't say, dear, forgive we. Salman, Syrian government didn't have the resources to confront or take out a fight with soldiers, Guineans armed forces. Okay. Something as Salone. Okay, Salone government, probably. All right. I want to say plenty thank you to now all and self-depreciating. They say go sleep, you get for punch clock now 9:30 p.m. I don't know. let we be respectful though. I don't know what you mean. We are sure, but let we be respectful. See, Kamara, thank you very much. Say which legacy. And Saidu Kamara say you are a disappointment to our country. Again, I for say plenty thank you. But let we go slow with the direct insult, please. I know say this in a very sensitive time, but please let we go slow with the insult. By the way, I want to say plenty thank you to now all, because the comments then they come fast and furious. Unfortunately, I don't say the one they were first come, I go definitely recognize them. But I'm not going to read all the comments them, as now it's about 10 o'clock we on time now. We are for the other curtain. But I want to make this very clear, my brothers and sisters. I really want to make my point very clear tonight. Okay? And somebody referenced President being travel and all that. But one thing I want to make very clear. Now, President Bill, again, that's not out of disrespect. Not the fact. President Bill, we are say cookery, not that to call an salon, right? Like cook business. Now France. You go, you attend in person. Something about oil. Now the Caribbean, where salon no get oil, no nothing. We not say out directly. Then they connected with salon. You go, you attend in person. Beaucoup other useless. This is not to insult you. The opposite of useless is useful. So if I use useful, nobody will say I insult anybody, no so. So the opposite of useful is useless. Okay? So it go useless event them in person. Event them where if I say, beaucoup we don't ask. Why you need for attend the event in person? Why you not send the ambassador of that particular country or we cover that country? Why not send the foreign minister? We ask all that question there. Waiting Mike Bear, the communication director, say. They say, oh, President Bill, in need for they go in person because it's necessary in person. So now we get a situation where primary school picking self go no say na a situation where very serious. What did President Bill do? My brothers and sisters, according to the headline, we see this. There's not any disrespect to the foreign minister. No question about that. Not to any disrespect. But if President Bill in person, don't they attend events them were useless, were not useful to Sierra Leoneans them, and yet this particular event where if we not handle them well, all to the sides them go cause war, go result in war. So who seriousness will pass this kind of issue? And yet President Bill choose another event and he send the foreign minister for this one. They arrest 6 soldier man them, Salone soldier man them, na their own land. Treat them like that kind of embarrassing way. We not say like you go fet, but at least show all seriousness. Go in person. If you feel safe, or go attend cookery bafal a workshop. Important. Why you not show utmost important to this kind of situation where if you escalate, we go into war with Guinea. Where you supposed to drop everything where you did do. You can take control of that. So when I see that man in mix up priority, and I demand this way, for brothers and sisters, they think say that the best president Salone ever don't get. I hear beaucoup people that only say their nonsense than they. But it has then say opinion, everybody get an opinion, and the beauty of democracy. But important event like this, where it's supposed for engage Mamadou, and especially us, the ECOWAS chairman. And First Lady Bidon, that way people then complain why we allow Guinea for come with so much ammunition inside the country and stuff. First Lady say, "I'm brother." Biosef say, "Na me brother." So if you brother, they disrespect you so. Not to something una for talk behind closed doors. Not to something where you for come to them right away in person. And say, no, this, let we know risk him as brother. And I don't even want for let we go into force. And remember, me na the head of ECOWAS, meaning I go able to get support, we go outpower you or overpower you. But I don't want that. I want let we de-escalate. Release them people and they. So waiting important for let President Bill meet with foreign so-called investors them, foreign governments them, where they say they're not go even willing for do virtually if we go in person. Waiting at anything and the way more important than when you country they go through this humiliation. Una tell me. So President Bill na the foreign minister of Sierra Leone, we now for the fly all over the place. I mean, your number one priority for make sure say you secure that country, the life and properties of Sierra Leoneans them. But no. So instead, other things they're more important. This one, the foreign minister is sufficient. But other things them, like how they say, that thing they be so pain me. We understand say, na a cooking seminar. That's waiting. So President B1 becomes chef after we finish in town. I make it they go cookery school. It's shameful and a very saddened for go through this and painful for where we get incompetent leader like President Bill. Again, 100% I regard him as my president. I don't explain severally why. But I don't necessarily mean say he's competent. Very incompetent leader. Inept. Like, again, my brothers and sisters, I will spend a little bit more time because I say I go play videos. Because it's nice for long I waiting the defense spokesperson get for say. I play that video there, and after which I will promise now say I go read from now the press release them, both the Guinea and the Salone press release, and then I go close. So maybe I go spend another 20 minutes or so. So I want for really play for now. Let we all listen together. But this something we all take very seriously. But the president, show that. So in presence, no value, in presence, worth, in time for be present physically at Guinea for resolve this issue, and the border issues or the border tensions. I will come right back after this.
We all feel bad seeing the videos.
Okay, I'm back. Once in a while, can they do that? The system can kind of freeze up on me. I'm back.
We all feel bad seeing the videos of we brothers, the military officers being humiliated, police officers as well, being humiliated, put on the ground by the Guinean military officers. So far, waiting are the updates with this situation?
Thank you very much for having me, and I would like to make certain clarifications. We are very good. So, confirmations need not be for confirm. Everything has been confirmed. We see so many things as you have done alleged. But so far, waiting important. Now, waiting how we respond. Waiting we do. I want to assure the public, say, a whole government approach there in this. If they recall, you don't make several, you read press statements, you don't interview people, you find out, say, people don't they give them different views, them. The government don't put together a fact-finding team. This team get for go and go try for know what exactly happened. Even though we get structures in place, provincial security day, we know the process, district security teams and they, chiefdom security teams and they. So from them teams and they, we don't get some feedbacks, but it's fine for a team go because we approach now for this escalate this thing. We don't want to raise them to anything we go lead to war. This country don't go through war. We know what it mean for let war kind of this country and let to everybody. So all within the government they do now for use diplomatic means for resolve this thing. They can say the pen is mightier than the sword. So we still believe in that and that to work.
What's actually happened? I'm sure you don't see the Guinean the press release yesterday. Let's see if I can read just part of them. You know, the statement we then released yesterday, we get late in the evening. They say Guinean authorities have confirmed the capture of Sierra Leone security personnel. And the Guinean, in a statement released on Tuesday, Guinea says several dozens of Sierra Leonean soldiers entered its territory in the district of Kudaya, the area. So the Guinean authorities then they say now we on officers them go na the territory. They even show GPS mapping na the statement. Is it that now we go into their own territory?
So in the first place, the fact-finding mission will come out with all the details here. But on the other hand, you know, say normally way fight can happen between two people there. All man they try for raise in your say make your own case. So then claims and counter claims here get for happen. So before we mislead the public or we can do something way wrong, the government thought it fit for letting them send a fact-finding team who involved the national security architecture and the foreign affairs. So that then go there, get the situation, this coordinator and they talk about, so if the team go, then go down confirm all that, and then we will react appropriately. But you're right, definitely claims and counterclaims get for continue for come until the matter is resolved.
But we are where you as the defense spokesman, we are saying we were building a camp somewhere in that area there. Also, we hoist with flag as well.
Yes. So I tell you how where the war done as Salone. We've been get international support in supporting the armed forces or the defense or the national security. There were advices say let we build border post them. Where we build from the military and security point of view, military and police or national security point of view, we build what we call forward patrol bases. But then forward patrol bases here, we at that time not been put them very close to the borders. Unlike the Guineans, how then they do their own. Then they can build them very, very, very close to the border. So over the period, imagine from where the war done in 2002 till date. But as you are aware, ASLAF right now, we do a lot of transformation whereby we don't review with security posture, we look at what they happen at the sub-region. We see say it necessary for some of them places here, like for Falaba district, to not get military personnel. We see say they don't form Falaba district with the war done. Then after that, we see say we need for put security structure there. So putting this forward patrol base, and this forward patrol base, they try for put outposts where they're going to look out. You know, if you forward patrol base, they far from the border every day, you get for the drive go or you work a go. Now a burden on resources, now a burden on personnel. So then decide say, let's go forward a little bit to the border and then erect a position so that if we're going to go stay there, we'll go stay there. We're going to put some resources. So we're going to save. I mean, in any strategy, you ever think of things where you go do, where you give you best optimal results. So we think, say, let we go forward. So this forward, we then go a little bit. We then go hoist this flag and they try for construct something. Let them not go sit down on the sand. Then this Guinea man then say, we don't go to their territory. That is the initial indication of the get.
All right. Hey, God. Ona listen very well, eh? So this is something where the government are aware. The military, not to say a group of guys then take them upon themselves and do this. So the government are aware of this. So how this will become now misunderstanding. And by the way, let we say, hypothetically, let we agree to the Guineans them claim, say we Salone people and cross into them boundary. But we're not into war. Why therefore arrest them? And especially with no harm. So if indeed we are good neighbors, it just tell like where you get Pekin, the Pekin come go to the neighbor. So because he cross go to the neighbor, that neighbor there for call police for that Pekin there, or if for kind of put chain on somewhere because he cross in territory, then thing can only happen if hostility there, if tension there. But we don't believe so they into war with any with Guinea or any other country neighbor. So why Guinea? And look the reaction. And it's not overreaction or something where now to me it come through like a strategy to them. Because otherwise, if people then cross the border and the way where they explain, so then say, okay, well, we not put that pollate until we declare until we don't clear the place, we don't use GPS and all that stuff. Then they, and then a very simple matter, very very simple matter, we then cable just call and say, no, you know what, we will call counterparts them and therefore explain to them why they for do this and all that. And also something we go say we don't put that flag they not go ever accommodate. If no more, they not get any intention for do it and they do so. So let read for una force the Salone press release and I go do very quickly and then read the Guinean press release. So the Sierra Leone, the Guinea press release I will read on later, but the Salone press release, they say, as on can see na 2 days ago, where na February the 24th, the government of Sierra Leone confirms that on Monday, again, when I pay attention to the dates demo because the Guinea press release say Sunday the 23rd. I mean the 22nd. So we now say Monday the 23rd. So the government of Sierra Leone confirms that on Monday, 23rd February 2026, personnel of the Guinean Armed Forces, GAF, crossed into the border town of Kelehere, Solima Chiefdom, Falaba District, where members of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces and the Sierra Leone police were deployed. Una see we own count of the event, so we say, according to we government press release, say na them come na we own side, we na Falaba District now. At the time of the incident, Sierra Leone's security personnel were engaged in making bricks for the construction of a border post and accommodation facility intended to support security operations in the area. That is very simple and for understand. You did not your territory, you can do whatever you want to do. The Sierra Leone national flag had been hoisted within territory recognized as belonging to Sierra Leone. So again, according to waiting at the narrative, say we put we flag, we say we feel safe for day, we in a Salone territory. During the encounter, Guinean Armed Forces personnel apprehended several members of the joint security team, including an officer, and transported them across the border into, just imagine, transported them across the border into Guinean territory. Their arms and ammunition were also taken. Okay, so meaning that they began gone. Okay, I will take that back where we say why they not get gone, but they began gone. So their arms and ammunition were also taken. Government is actively engaging through established diplomatic and security channels to confirm their location and secure their safe and unconditional release. So then continue to say, the matter has been formally communicated to the appropriate national, regional, and sub-regional authorities. Engagement is ongoing to ensure a peaceful and amicable resolution. Government remains fully seized of the situation. A fact-finding mission has been constituted to visit the area immediately to establish the sequence of events and provide for the clarity. The public will be kept informed as verified information becomes available. So that's now we press release. So and Adande Salone public understand, saying that the situation will happen. But within the Guinean press release, then say, by the way, I tell you, I do the interpretation na Google, but this not the original where una can see na French. But I go put the Google interpret version, English version, where Google interpret. So I go read that. So this now communique, then put the number 001/2026 from the General Staff of the Armed Forces. So this then communicates to the people them. So I go read and now like I say by English. So the General Staff of the Armed Forces informs national and international public opinion that on Sunday, a discrepancy there, because they say Sunday, we own press release say Monday. So that on Sunday, February 22nd, 2026, several dozen armed Sierra Leonean soldiers entered Guinean territory without authorization in the district of Kodaya, sub-prefecture of Sandinia, prefecture of Farana. At this location, situated 1.4 kilometers from the border, precisely at the coordinates. So you see, they're so precise, and they even give the specification all in terms of the GPS. So this is not something where they really plan, because for like that thing they happen so quickly, and then una know precisely who side them people every day. My brother, given the situation way very fast, for like they will be so precise, to me it come through questionable. But let we say, okay, then do them precisely. How far into the Guinean territory we military folks then go? They set up a tent and raised their national flag. So, the opposite of waiting, we press release say. So then continue to say, alerted, the Guinean armed forces immediately deployed to the scene. There, they observed the presence of Sierra Leonean military personnel and successfully apprehended 16 of them, seizing their equipment and supplies. So they not deny, they accept, say yes, then capture them, and then they seize their weapon them. So they not deny at all. So the apprehended soldiers and the seized items were handed over to the judicial police for investigation. So then get the young police, judicial police for investigation. The General Staff of the Armed Forces commands the units involved for their responsiveness and sense of duty. At the same time, it calls upon the defense and security forces to strengthen their vigilance and remain mobilized for the protection and defense of our territorial integrity. And look the person we sign am. So this not to bata press release for say sometime na one low rank person. No, look the person we sign am. The chief of the general staff of the armed forces na Guinea. Lieutenant General Ibrahima Sori Bangura. So my brothers and sisters, this situation, Guinea do not take them lightly at all. Do not take them lightly, but yet, given that we president, not in our country, given that this na something we possibly can escalate, and he na the number one person we suppose for de-escalator in ordinary country, and see this as a priority. So whatever I go for, it way more important than the security of the country. And that way they may go either. And that imply. So that's the just tell we the kind possible we get as president in that country day. So now I want for left some advice for we leaders them, the president included. I want for put them there. But before I start, let me advise the citizens them. And for lucky day na the record, I want for show now the advice in writing. So waiting na the advice where I get for Salone people them. They are with all the I know say it show clearly say tension then at the country. The calls they will receive, the few calls they will receive. We see that tension they play out. But I want let we all stay calm and let we think about, and I'm glad the way the press release from Salone make it clear, say then go make the public know waiting they go on. But yeah, where they share certain things them, it's nice for let we verify the information first before we share them, because at this point we self-keen responsible for escalate things. And like how our caller say, we not a match for Guinea at all. And if even self win a match, war not can born good picking. Look at Ukraine and Russia. The kind military might where Russia get. Nobody feel say that war they go even take. Even the Russians, they not be feel say that war they go take more than 2 weeks. Let me feel say then go bam, 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 then get everything that they get, capture outside them for capture, and all is done. And that way they be the plan them. But look how long now. About 4 years now. So this they tell we say whether Guinea then force heavy pass we, this thing's still not good for the country. So now we need for avoid let we put fire by this whole thing. And that situation where we can make now the people decide them where this thing happen now side and way now the other side now this tribe, so we don't care about it and stuff. Then we reduce that ethnic tension in that country there. So dear, let we not allow politics for continue for divide we, because Salone anything where they happen, whether not something serious or not, the first thing na finger pointing. Oh, na APC fault, na SLPP fault, and then na because of then go after the northerners them, na because then go after the southeastern, all the nonsense then they. Dear, let we stop for do that, because really national unity, if make we stronger than any political loyalty. We don't talk about this last week. In terms of the defend principles, well, Salone, I don't know why we need a land. I really don't know why we need a land. So why we continue for the if now this person it happen to, we go do all kind of thing for defend them. But if not somebody else who not care, that's wrong. That principle is wrong. We're not supposed for defend something because of the person in personality. So let me stop in terms of this personality thing. Otherwise, it can be your own turn because that person where they feel say now you bra or waiting, if you come on a power, so what you go do? You go left the country, you go begin live a deplorable life? No, you still want then at the country, you still want to get freedom, you still want to enjoy all the things that we would enjoy under your own party. And that's now everybody supposed for push for. But while we do this though, this not for say not for all the government accountable or the people that we the rule we accountable or for doing, even though for doing with respect. So for protect democracy, my brothers and sisters, again there is a difference between where you the frustrate, you the vent versus where you the kind of promote hate speech. A two big difference that. And as a matter of fact, if I go back to Zainab, Zainab in talk, if you check on closely, I don't see no resemblance of hate speech there. Hate speech not there because it say if anybody will rogue 2028, it say if they don't kill somebody, beat until then kill them because he thief plastic. So this person now, where they thief election, where that election day, it means say it don't thief over 8 million people them. So therefore do this panel. Or to So I not still say hate speech video. I mean not to hate at all. So now then counting them way as a result of what happened in the past. So it frustrated. But for say cyber incitement, then they go too far. So I just decide for Brian Camp. And then we again, yes, some people then go say, oh well, to me, I just frustrated that President Bill not show any urge for take this situation seriously. Because otherwise, that justification would they use for let it travel, why don't they use that same justification they for let it go to Guinea in person? For later for resolve this. So however, let we reject violence, let we embrace dialogue. No border issue for trigger violence, like for make we become hostile against each other. I don't feel say yes, now we border, yes, then challenge we sovereignty and all that. I hear you now. It makes sense. But at the same time, it want anybody in life? No. When I know the answer is no. So the political disagreement enough will lead to intimidation or threat. So disagreement, again, this now for the administration, disagreement is okay. And that's not the beauty of democracy. Now let's talk to the leaders them directly. So to the leaders them, this border tension with Guinea. A nice for like una do diplomacy because President Bill has, a fake, because now that I go say, a fake brigadier. Let you ego not think so, me na brigadier where you na second lieutenant and this na colonel, so our senior person and me na the chairman of ECOWAS and all that ego they try for make you do something where Salone people and go suffer. So my advice is allow diplomacy. The reason make they bash you, now you for lead the team. Because it don't reach a situation where now your presence is more important, a more heavy. Because we soldier man them, how shameful. Like how Lamrana and the other video show. Put them a gun. How shameful that be? So, but if you go there, you call Mamadou Doumbouya and say they come. Let we talk brother to brother. Maybe the front soldier and security folks then they misunderstand each other. But at we level, president to president, let we not allow this thing for shake we. I sure say that they go a long way. But instead, it take other engagement more important than this thing where if you escalate, Salone lives then go. Again, I really like the language now the press release. So it's nice for we always avoid inflammatory rhetoric because it can escalate tension. But it's nice for they also keep the public in the know, like how they promise. Let the member of the public know waiting at the latest, waiting they go on and all that in a day. Because waiting this go be, it go Guinea, like it go make you to continue to trust the government because this is a very sensitive issue. And after this whole thing, then we make sure say because it happened at Yenga. And now it happened at Falaba. So let we go through this demarcation mechanism. Let we therefore make it clear, agree with the Guineans them, the Liberians them, because now then two people and no more. We get us border people like neighbors them, immediate neighbors them. Like Guinea, then get boku other neighbors them. Because they get Salone, they get Liberia, they get Ivory Coast, they get Mali, like they get boku neighbors them. So we need for talk to them and say, okay, well, let we agree, say that they line this. If not something safe we put on there, we go always remind the one that would come even after them president here. So need not go again for let we they go through them. But unnecessary tension here. So we need for put that mechanism there in place where they demarcate the area. And we can, yes, then they can able for help we for in a way protect the sovereignty of the country without shedding any blood. Because when we agree for say, okay, this is not the boundary, the two sides they agree. And then do something, they can even decide say for put because of money or whatnot, they can decide for put fence stick or whatever it is, just for let people understand on both sides who side the boundary they. So to me, very important. But still we don't need for do in an aggressive way, where it go shake the stability of the country, the two countries they involve, and go extend to the region. Because this is not test. If we not handle them carefully, who knows? Like how they see the other country them. Look at Rwanda, where they accuse them. So they're not able to come out clean, but they, according to DRC, say Rwanda responsible for sponsor the rebels them, for go inside Congo, DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, for the minerals. Salone get plenty minerals them. So who knows if Mamadi kind of feels say money tight, he want for running country and stuff, and that's Rwanda they accuse them of. So who knows within a Mamadi intention? Because the next thing where he say don't capture Kono, or don't capture somewhere else, and then they begin mine, and then it become difficult now for we pull because they get the military power. So the next thing, then do it in Russia, they do so. We capture part of Ukraine and send them place. Again, we get for be careful, we get for be tactical. So now the advice here I get for the leaders them, and this other one is in terms of the security. I don't make them very clear, saying let them clarify the process. the patrol, and again, let them engage Guinea. Because now we neighbors them. Let them communicate that very clearly. There's no need for just do and by yourself, because then they create tension. Let them engage them. Okay, according to the map, now yeah, una own place tap, and we own place tap yanda, so now okay. That's very simple. So now this kind of they ask for. And the security folks them, again, to the leaders them, we get to make sure, say, we protect the morale. Because this, they really boost with morale. Just imagine soldier to soldier, a country, a whole country, security personnel. You go disgrace them like that. And the sad part of it all is, then self-now military folks them, where they're supposed for members say, no, this, it definitely would demoralize them people here. But yet then do them. So that's to me kind of scary. And the last thing, as I can always say, I'm not going to forget this part as well. Very important, the Zainab Sheriff issue. Now, let me make sure, say, the process may be transparent and all legal proceedings, because it come through, like, say, the government not get enough evidence for go further with the charge. So now, Zainab Sheriff, they languish at prison. And that's wrong. Completely wrong, my brothers and sisters. And this whole gender thing and whatnot, I know we'll talk much about it because, you know, it look like, say, the politics, Panam and all that stuff, then they boy, APC, now be careful. This Zainab Sheriff issue, if you not take them, it go cost you plenty vote. So now make una need for be careful and make sure so now address them and make that ordinary person with the NAC chest say, oh, now APC are the support. Let it continue for NAC chest after this case. But if that person thinks, say, I better be careful how the campaign, because if it then grabs me, I will suffer. You see, Zainab Sheriff, we get some influence. Look how we suffer. So me now, we now phone over, I don't get nothing, I don't get nobody, I don't get no network, nothing. I go suffer. So if people don't get that perception there, guess what? Then go stay home. So now get for be careful. This for be on a test. And as a result, then they go also show how much una committed for protect woman them participation in politics. Because they attack, character assassination from both sides, like, you know, this, that, you know, good for the country. And definitely, you know, good for una as well. So I go tap here, and I want to say boku thank you again to una all. We don't sit down and we don't go through this journey, and I go read the comments them after, because right now time don't bet we bad one. I still struggle for keep to me New Year's resolution, but the good thing is I don't bring and come below 3 hours, because I remember last year I can go to 4 hours, but no, I don't really want for the hit the 3 hours again. So I go try to bring and come to the 2 hour. But I want for tap here, I want for tell una boku thank you. And dear a big, if una like all the thing they want to say, a go na one ace, a common at the other one. But I want for una retain one thing, my brothers and sisters. This term na salon, na critical term na salon. So as a result of that, we choose for dialogue. What do I mean by that? The crew we say that good talk. And the pull breed na somebody mouth. Let we engage in that good talk. Let we avoid that division. And not good for the country. And not good for the unity. And I want to appeal to the police, the judiciary, let's say the security people, them. Democracy, una not get for the intimidate people, them. Because democracy, una not strengthen democracy by intimidating people, them, and make people afraid, una. Where that happen, people and just they wait for the proper opportunity for let they rise up. And I think it cause, because of the intention and they, for let the military then see an easier way for overthrow the government. Because una don't suppress people and they afraid now for speak up. So as a result, una feel so una don't conquer. So una continue for rule in a way that una not care about waiting people and think. That's what dictators they can rule. And waiting the way or the highway. So we we're not good for you, then crush you. No, we don't want let Salone go back to that. Whose benefit for the most part to get from Sheki? Where if they rule that way, whose benefit we get from Albert Magai? Because Milty Magai can always tell you now, to me, I go say an exemplary Sierra Leonean leader, where according to the story, I admire him a lot. Because if we get the intention for unite that country, I'm making cabinet, carry for smart, we did it. They get plenty other people them way not look like him when they talk the same language as him, which is very, very good. So again, my final word for tonight, and for telling us say that strength we a nation they get, like for say we united, we stronger. And then they come off from that loud talk, from that ghost basso. No. If we want for let that country they stronger, let that country they develop, let that country they unite, let that country they peaceful. My brothers and sisters, now for use wisdom. Deal with things then wisely. Will they respond to anything? Whether or not will they respond to tension or even where somebody curse you? Think before you respond. That short time where they take for think, and they make a big difference. So you don't regret whatever action you go take after that. Again, let God bless you now to our family. Let God bless the VOS, the extended VOS family members, and all the presenters in our VOS, because we all they sacrifice. And let God bless the people and they share their time, where they allow we for share with time with the entire country and the entire world. So again, let God bless the whole people that we want to let our country they go before. The one them we, for some reason, them be very selfish. No one let our country, well, some of them go say, oh, I still want to let the country go before. But ironically, what thing that they do is completely different for let that happen. So then people and they will pray for them. Let God change their mind. Because the politicians, they say, okay, well, let's say, that will not cost them. Let we not do something for say swear them. Where they swear cage, now the country they suffer more because now then they do policy. So then we begin bring policies them way and just for benefits them. And then after then come out they then go carry the country back to kata. Above all, the one and only country where me and you to cherish and call Mama Salone. Let God bless that country there. Until I see you now on next Thursday, me and Abdul Karim Kagbo, they say, let God bless you all and unatata.